The worst advice I ever received came from the person who loved me most on this entire earth. And I followed it for 30 years. I'll tell you what it was, but not yet. First, I made my first million at 56. Not 25, not 30. 56 years old with bad knees and a grandson who needed braces. Nobody said you can't. That would have been easy to fight. Instead, they changed the subject. They asked about my grandkids. They said, "That's nice. The way you say it when someone shows you a photo you didn't ask to see." They didn't think I'd fail. They just, didn't think about it at all. They were all wrong. Every single one. But here's what nobody tells you. Making the money was not the hard part. Keeping my mind right, that was the real war. That was the thing that almost killed me. Twice. My name is Dericia. I'm 81 years old. And I didn't come here to give you some polished 5-step plan to get rich. I came here because I am running out of time to say the things I wish someone had screamed at me when I was your age. So don't skip ahead. The thing that changes your life is probably the part you'd scroll past. Let me start with the one that hurts. You are not lazy. You are afraid. I spent 30 years thinking I was lazy. 30 years. I'd start something, get halfway, feel that tightness in my chest, and quit. Then I'd beat myself up about it while eating butter pecan ice cream out the tub at 11 p.m. Blue Bunny brand, the big one. Don't judge me. I told myself stories. I said I wasn't disciplined enough. I said I didn't have the right education. I said the timing was off. Every excuse you've ever made, I used it first. Probably invented a few of them. But at 49 years old, sitting in a parking lot in my Nissan, after getting passed over for a promotion I deserved, a promotion they gave to a man who'd been there half the time I had, something cracked open in me. I wasn't lazy. I was terrified. Terrified that if I actually tried, I mean really put everything on the line, and it still didn't work, then I'd have nothing left to blame. No more excuses. Just me and the truth. Laziness is a cover story. Fear wrote it. And you, the one watching this right now, the one with that idea sitting in your notes app you haven't touched in 4 months. You already know I'm talking to you. You're not waiting for the right time. You're hiding from the possibility that you might actually be good enough. And that's, the scariest thought you've ever had. I didn't start my business until I stopped calling myself lazy and started asking what I was actually afraid of. The answer was ugly. It was my father's voice, telling me women in our family don't do things like that. We stay. We support. We don't leave. He'd been dead 11 years when I realized he was still running my life. That was the advice, the worst I ever got. Stay in your place, Dericia. Said with love, meant as protection. Worked like a prison for 3 decades. Which brings me to something people don't discuss enough. The people you love will be your biggest obstacles. Not because they're evil, because they're scared too. Your growth is a spotlight on their stillness, and nobody likes that light. My husband, God rest that man. He didn't want me to start the business. Not because he didn't believe in me. Because if I made it, he'd have to look at why he never tried. My success would be a mirror, and he didn't want to stand in front of it. I loved him. 41 years of marriage. But I had to stop asking his permission to become who I was supposed to be. That was one of the hardest things I've ever done. Harder than any business deal. Choosing yourself when the person you love most is quietly asking you not to. Some of you are waiting for someone to say go ahead. A parent, a partner, a friend. Nobody's coming. You're the permission slip. Now about money, since the title promised it. I won't tell you to invest early or save 20% or whatever some kid in a rented Lamborghini told you on the internet. That stuff ain't wrong exactly. It's just, not the real lesson. Money is quiet. The loudest person talking about money is usually the brokest one in the room. I learned that selling real estate in Atlanta in the 90s. The woman who bought a $2 million property from me showed up in a 2004 Camry, paid cash, wore New Balance sneakers with orthopedic insoles. I thought she was someone's grandma asking about a church rental. She owned 11 buildings. Wealth is not what you spend, it's what you keep when everything falls apart. And baby, things will fall apart. I lost everything at 61. A business partner I trusted like family cleaned out the account and disappeared to Tucson. Tucson, of all places. I couldn't even be heartbroken in an interesting city. I sat in my kitchen for 3 days, didn't answer the phone, just sat there with a cup of coffee that went cold twice. But I rebuilt. Took me 2 years because money is a skill, not a miracle. Once you learn the skill, they can rob you, but they can't keep you down. They take the money. They can't take what you know. And stop buying things to impress people you don't even like. I wasted probably $200,000 over my lifetime on that foolishness. Handbags I used twice. A car that hurt my back so bad I had to take Advil just to park it. But here's the thing. None of that. Not the money, not the business, not the buildings. None of that is what I actually came here to tell you. Here's the real thing. The thing I'd tattoo on your forehead if you let me. You will not get this time back. I know, you've heard that before. But you heard it the way you hear a fire alarm in a building you think is safe. Background noise. Something for other people to worry about. I'm telling you as an 81-year-old woman who has buried her husband, 2 brothers, and her best friend of 54 years. A woman named Gloria who could make anyone laugh, even at a funeral. The time thing is not a metaphor. It is the most literal truth in your life. That phone call you keep avoiding, make it today. That person you love but haven't told, tell them. Now. Tomorrow is a contract nobody signed. I have more money than I'll ever spend, and I would give back every single dollar for one more Sunday morning where my husband falls asleep on the couch with his reading glasses sliding down his nose and the TV playing something neither of us was watching. Just that. Him breathing slow. Me pretending to read my book. The coffee getting cold on the table because neither of us wanted to move and ruin it. You can't buy a moment back. Not one. No amount of zeros in your account fixes that. I don't know how to end this right. I was never good at goodbyes. I'm the woman who says, okay, bye, and then stands in the doorway talking for 20 more minutes. But I'll say this, you're not too old. You're not too young. You're not too broke. You're not too broken. You're just scared. That's all it is. I was terrified too. Did it anyway. Cried in more parking lots than I can count. Ate enough ice cream to fund Blue Bunny's retirement plan. Built a life I'm proud of. You can do the same. But you have to start. Not tomorrow, not Monday, not January 1st. Now. My name is Dericia. I'm 81 years old. And I believe in you more than you believe in yourself right now. That's not a compliment. That's a problem you need to fix.